First thing we're going to do, as quickly as we can, hopefully, is it comes off pretty easy. I think it will. I've had the bolts off this hood before on those hinges, so I'm going to take my high lift off. I'm going to undo the screws for the hinges. Then we're going to go underneath and unplug a few things, and then we'll just take the hood off, take it over to our horses, set it up, and then unbox the new hood and pull the template out, use that to lay out a few things and go from there. Should be hopefully easy, right?
All right, now here, bring that over to the JK. Bring the poison Spyder over, and we're just gonna lay it up there just to see what it might look like. Who needs a stinking directions? So just mock it up there. Just kind of just lay it up there. Just get a general sense. Bring it back a little bit. Back a little bit. A little bit more. Yeah, right there. I think that works too. It says TJ on it. Yep, right there.
I think you're off on the. I think you're off a little bit on your hood stops. Like this one's.
That's okay.
Not in the middle. Okay, so it wouldn't line up quite right. This looks to be just a tad wider on those.
But otherwise, it looks.
And you're not matching up right here.
And again, I'm not overly concerned with that because I could re-tap that in.
Could. Or you could just order the one for the JCat.
Or I could do that. But I found this one at a really good price. It's like 79 bucks.
Yeah, that is, because these are like 200 bucks online.
Yeah, I found it for 79 bucks. So the thought would be is to get the 79. I was thinking though of doing it in red.
I was just gonna say
to match this.
But this would blend too much. Plus, it would almost. Yeah, you definitely want to. I mean, you could just get it and paint it in red, drop it out there.
Yep.
Be a nice accent.
All right.
All right. My buddy had to take off for a minute, so enlisted some new help. We're at the final stages, or getting close anyways. We've got our pattern cut out, as you can see, ready to, we've done a little painting, we've sanded, and we've primed it, painted it, so to prevent rust on the areas we cut. The good thing about this project is you don't have to be 100% tight if you get a little bit out of lines, etc., because the louver, the hood, is going to set beyond our pattern here. So we're just we're taking off the final remnants of the tape. One thing I would remind folks of when doing this project, make sure you put tape around your outer edges when you're cutting. We used a jigsaw, slipped our mind for a minute. We had some scratches. Luckily, the scratches will be covered by the hood louver, so not a huge deal, but anyways, so again, just a little recommendation on those outer edges. Make sure you lay down some painter's tape or something when you're cutting, just to make sure you don't get the scratches. Now, again, I'm going to remove this paint. Then we're going to set the louver in next. Okay. Get that off. As you notice, we went ahead and put a little red square up here. We did that because this is a poison Spyder louver, so the Spyder cutout will sit right on top of this, and as you look through it, you'll get a little the red coming through. Just kind of tying with some of the accents I have on the rest of the Jeep. All right. Just gotta hit it right. Right. Next, I'm putting the bump stocks back in, and this will help me get it lined up. So then after we do that, get my windshield bar back in, then we've got to drill all the holes for the screws. So we got the bump stops in, we got the tie down bar back on the grill hood, so that's kind of got us holding everything down. Next thing, we've got 26 screws to put in. When we received it, we got 27 screws, bolts, and a washer. So we'll drill out 26 holes. And then the fun part of putting, the tedious part of screwing these down with the hood. And once we get that done, next thing will be trying to get it back on the Jeep. Be back in a minute. All right, so we got the first 4 or 5 across the bottom. The bottom install with these bolts is definitely the hardest because you got to get up under some lips, some supporting pieces across the underneath of the hood. Got one screw a little wanky, but other than that, so instead of kind of going across, I'm just going to work my way back and forth up the grill so that it sort of levels out, and if anything's going on funky, it'll straighten itself out at the top. So we'll keep drilling holes and keep screwing. Very tedious process right now, but we'll be back to you when we get all these bolts in. All right, so after many 24 screws and bolts and drilling holes through some tough spot, very tedious very, very time consuming. Just got to have patience. Cutting out the pattern, all that went pretty quickly, but this part has taken hours. And you know, obviously if you got someone helping you, it goes a lot faster. Plan on some time for getting this thing bolted down. But now that you get it bolted down, looks pretty good. It's got some fingerprints all over it from where, you know, dirty hands trying to touch stuff, and some painting. Got this thanks to Lance's idea about putting a little red square patch behind it, and makes the Spyder come out nice like that. Looks good. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to throw it back up, get it reconnected to the hinges, hook everything up. Should be good to go. We'll show you the finished product in just a few minutes. Hi guys, here we are after got it finished up. Gotta admit, I like it. I think it's nice contrast with the black on silver. Really pops. You can see the nice little poison spider image cut out. Kudos to my man Lance for coming up with that. Really looks cool. Yeah, really like it. I will say that it was some very tedious work. Not hard work, just time consuming work. Took a lot longer than I thought, but the time was drilling these 26, or I believe it's 26 holes, and then screwing them in with the Allen wrench one at a time. Probably could have maybe taken some sort of power tool with an Allen wrench adapter, but I didn't. Did it the hard way, the old-fashioned way. But I didn't want to strip them out too bad, you know. Didn't want to scratch up the paint too much. And again, it really pops. Shows the hood off, covers up a bunch of those scratches and everything else going on with it. So again, it's a long day to get it done, but it turned out well. Thanks to Lance for helping. Thanks to Sandy for coming out when he had to go take care of a little issue that came up. She spent a lot of time holding and handing, so I couldn't have got it done without her. Appreciate you watching the channel. Thanks for coming on to PB&J. Please remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends and help us grow this. If you want to see something, got any questions, leave them on the bottom. We'll follow up with you. Again, thanks for watching PB&J Off-Road.